Hi, I'm Tracy Rebish with Bretz RV Marine, and today I'd like to show you the 2013 Springdale 282 BHS SRWE. Now you're probably wondering what the letters stand for after the 282, and they stand for Bunkhouse Super Slide Room Western Edition. And basically Springdale puts out the largest slide in the industry. Now we'll start out by taking a look at the front of the trailer. On this particular model, we have the power tongue jack, which has a nice light in it, and it makes it a lot easier than with your other style where you have to do a little bit of work to crank it up to level it out. And also when you're going to put your equalizer hitch on, this makes it a lot easier to take that weight off. Moving on, they've done a really nice job with their tank cover. The old style you'd have to lift up, and many other brands you're going to have to take the whole tank cover off to get to your tanks. With this lid, all you have to do is open it up, you can reach in, you can turn your tanks on or off, and it already has the automatic switch over, so if one tank goes empty in the middle of the night, you're not going to have to run back out here to switch the tanks over. The rock guard in the front, you probably noticed, has changed color in the last couple of years. This is a nicer look, and the color is also embedded into the metal. When we move around to here, nice option on this trailer is the stabilizer jacks. As you can see, it's a one-touch operation. Rather than having to crank down the jacks like in other brands, you just simply push the button and this is going to bring your jacks down. They do have a manual override if you ever want to run them manually as well. This pass-through storage is very large. So this goes underneath the bed, front part of the bed, and there's also a bulkhead here which allows you to separate your outside storage from your inside storage. We move back, you can see we have the big outside scare light, which comes in really handy when you're doing things at night. You want a little bit extra light out here, or you're messing around with the front part of the trailer. That light's going to open up this whole area so you can see what you're doing out here. We've got the electric awning on this one, which if you're used to running awnings, they can be kind of a hassle having to manually operate one, especially if the wind comes up. This awning, you simply go in here, the button's right next to the door. Simple push of the button, and the awning comes right out. We'll bring it out to about there. Okay, you'll notice what we have is a radius door. Most companies will do a square door, and it can be really sharp at the corner, so they'll end up having to put a wheel up there to keep that from tearing into the awning. A radius door is going to be a stronger door. It's never going to cut into the awning. It costs a little bit more to build, but it's going to last a lot better over time. And you'll see in here with the, they put a really sturdy screen door on, and with this setup here, you'll never have to slide this back to unlatch this. This is how it attaches to the door. So they've added this spring-loaded mechanism to be able to open and close the spring on that door. And then you've also got some metal on the bottom there, eliminating anyone from kicking it when you're walking out, making it stronger. Also notice the nice grab handle that Springdale puts on this one. When you're traveling, you can simply turn it in like that. When you get to where you're going, bring it out. Very nice big handle, as opposed to some of the smaller handles that they put on there that other companies use that are just a little bit harder to get a grasp on. Moving down to the steps, these steps are a radius step, really easy to operate. Springdale spreads their axles apart, and by doing that, the trailer is going to be balanced a lot better. They're able to put the holding tanks above the axles, and it's going to eliminate any kind of swaying that can happen when you're towing the trailer. As we move towards the back, one thing you'll notice right here, this is a black tank flush. This system allows you to hook a hose into this and you can clean out your black tank. Rather than having to run the hose through the window of the bathroom and run it down the toilet to try to clean out the tank, you simply connect your hose here and apply water pressure, your sprinkler system inside the tank, cleans it off, and it helps your monitor give a better reading. The neat thing about this particular floor plan is that your second door leads to the bathroom. Now you're out camping, the kids are running in and out of the trailer all day using the bathroom. This eliminates having to run through the whole trailer. You know, this is a bunkhouse model, so it is built for kids. So this is a 6-gallon Atwood hot water heater. The neat thing about it is you can run it on electricity or propane, and you can run it on both to increase efficiency. Moving on, this is your vent, which is over the stove. The nice thing about that is it's actually venting to the outside. There's a lot of companies that are putting vents over the stove that just filter it and bring it back inside the trailer. This allows you to move, if say you're cooking bacon, you get a lot of extra smoke, you can move that outside and you're not gonna start off your smoke alarms inside the trailer. The back of the Springdale, you notice that we always make sure we order them with spare tires. You've got 30 amp power connecting from the back, which is nice because this is a long enough cord you can bring it around the side or bring it around the back. And of course the trailers are framed in with a ladder, so you'll be able to get up and it's a full walk-on roof. Back here, and this is under the bunk bed area, huge amount of storage. And that's the thing when you're, you always have a lot of things like tables and chairs and outdoor grills that you're gonna wanna put along in your trailer, and this is a great spot to do it. Into the inside of this Springdale. One thing I wanted to point out right by the door, Springdale uses a 55 amp converter. And the reason I bring that up is most companies are putting a 45 amp converter. By going with a bigger one, your lights are going to be brighter, especially if you're in a campground. There's a lot of people moving in, taking a lot of the electricity. You're still going to have brighter lights. The other thing is this converter, if you're not using all the energy coming from the electricity, it's going to take that and put it into your batteries. So by having a bigger converter, you have a better ability to charge your batteries while you're camping. The other neat thing about this converter is that there are lights to the right of the fuses. So if one of your fuses goes out, it's not going to be one of those deals where you have to keep pulling fuses until you find out which one is bad. This will light up and let you know which fuse needs to be replaced. And when the door is shut, you still have this smoked cover here that you'll be able to see where the light is and know exactly what's going on with your converter. While we're taking a look at this, one thing that Springdale has changed the last couple years is the ball bearing roller glides on their drawers. A lot of companies, and Springdale even did this in the past, had plastic drawer glides on there. Now by having this, the drawer extends a lot better and it latches tighter for when you're traveling down the highway. The other thing, all the cabinets are real wood. The way Springdale builds their trailers, everything fits the way it's supposed to and they're not hiding anything with molding. You get a nice big sink separated so that you have two sides, and you have the arched faucet. Gives you a little bit more room to work when you're doing dishes. This is an acrylic sink. Keeps the weight down and it looks nice. All right, so moving on. 22-inch oven, the biggest oven you can put in a travel trailer, and Springdale uses it. You have a broiler down there, but you just have a lot more space. If you're going to want to cook a small turkey, you can throw that in there. You have a 3-burner cooktop Front one's 9,000 BTUs. That's going to be your higher altitude boiling burner. And then you have the two that are 4,500 in the back. And you also have the igniter built in, so you don't have to have the matches or the lighter. You can just use your spark here. This is the fan that I talked about earlier. That's going to be able to take everything and shoot it to the outside. It's not filtering it and then bringing it back. This is the master bedroom. We have a queen size bed, and underneath the bed is a lot of storage. And they're using the struts to hold it up. And you have a deep storage area, and of course you can see the bulkhead, which that separates that from your outside storage. Speaking of storage, there's going to be a closet, one on each side of the bed. The closets don't go down full length, because if they did, you wouldn't have the ability to have a nightstand. So by stopping them where they do, both sides of the bed have nightstands, both sides of the beds have nice deep drawers. Okay, one of the neat things about this particular floor plan is the ability to use one TV for the bedroom and the same TV for the main living area. Right below the TV is your DVD player and your stereo. This also has the ability to hook up an MP3 player, or it has a USB port. So you're going to be able to play not only CDs and DVDs. Now, because this slide room is so large, this allows for a bigger dinette. And by doing this U-shaped dinette, it's a lot more comfortable. You can fit a lot more people in, and it makes a larger bed. It comes with this movable dinette table. You can move it. You can even use it outside if you wanted to. But it has this feature. This couch is a hide-a-bed. And what we're using here is the hide-a-bed air mattress. It's a lot more comfortable than your traditional hide-a-bed. Simply throw those off, lift this back, and here's your hide-a-bed air mattress. Folds out into place. A lot more comfortable for the kids now if you want to bring even more people along. So the air mattress fits on just like that. A lot of companies are doing mini blinds, but by doing a fabric shade like this, it's a lot quieter, because if you have mini blinds, every time you move in the trailer, they'll move slightly. They're going to be very noisy. These are quieter, and they also are a lot easier to clean. You simply take the vacuum cleaner over those. The kids love this floor plan so much. These are oversized bunks. They have the weight capacity of 300 pounds each. And you have a built-in ladder. So kids love climbing the ladder and getting up in here. It's a lot bigger than your traditional bunk beds. And that's part of what makes this floor plan so popular. Well, I'd like to talk a little bit about the flooring. One thing that Springdale does that you can't see is they use a product called Dynaspan. And with Dynaspan, they're able to use longer sections of it so that there aren't any seams in the floor. So as we walk, you don't hear, that's one of the things as you're walking in some trailers, they're going to be 4x8 sheets of tongue and groove plywood. That's going to be where the plywood rubs together and you get a little bit of squeaking, especially as the trailer ages. With the Dynaspan, they've eliminated any seams because they can get it in long enough lengths to cover this whole area without having any seams. So you can't see that, but that product has a 25-year warranty, and it's a very good, solid product. You also notice that our floor ducts are running a straight shot throughout the whole trailer. That allows the furnace to work more efficiently, and it is also shooting air onto your holding tanks as well. The lighting inside the slide-out room is a lot nicer. This is residential lighting, whereas a lot of companies are putting the small travel trailer pancake style lights in their slide-out rooms. This type of lighting has a nicer look to it, and it actually provides more light. And so we've got that over the couch. We have the small light on the wall, and then the nice dinette light. Now to the air conditioning system. Springdale puts a quick cool system on theirs where you can open these ducts and drop all your air into the main area. Say it's daytime and everybody's in this area eating lunch. You want to keep all your cold air in one area. By opening this quick cool feature, you can drop it all in here. By shutting the quick cool feature, that's going to disperse the air conditioning to the front and the back of the trailer through these diffusers, which they're multi-directional. So if you're laying in bed and you're getting a little bit hot, you can spin this around and channel the air a little bit where you want it. The kids' closet. A lot of times bunk models, you don't have space for extra clothes. With this one, the kids have their own closet with nice deep drawers on the roller glides. The whole underbelly is enclosed with polypropylene plastic. Now they're using a full sheet. There aren't any seams in it, whereas a lot of other companies are doing 4x8 sheets of plastic to enclose their underbelly. By using the full seam, you're gonna have better protection from the elements on your tanks. And while we're down here, I wanna point out this outrigger. It's a little bit harder to see, but that's that triangular piece of steel that's coming off the I-beam frame. Springdale takes their outriggers all the way to the very edge because the outrigger is what's gonna be supporting your sidewall. That wraps up the 2013 Springdale 282. And we have these ranging in price from $19,995 plus freight and shipping on up, depending on how many options you want to have on one of these things. So come on down to Bretz RV and Marine and get a hold of me, Tracy Rebish. My number is 406-880-0324. Feel free to stop on by or give me a call with any questions you might have. Thanks.